180 kilometers south of the Jordanian capital Amman, Petra is a stunning vision of craftsmanship. Here in the hot, dry Wadi Rum desert, temperatures often reach 45 degrees Celsius. And yet a wealthy and powerful people once thrived here. They were called the Nabateans, and they were the masters of waterways, trade routes, and camel caravans. Most people would consider this an inhospitable terrain, and it seems an unlikely place to establish a city. But it is precisely positioned at the crossroads of trade routes between Arabia, Africa, Persia, and the Mediterranean. Camels are the lifeblood of the desert. They carry heavy burdens over long distances. Even though they move slowly, they can travel for long periods without food or water. And for centuries, they have been essential to desert communities, such as the Bedouin, nomadic Arabs who first domesticated them. The monotony of this rugged terrain is broken by a narrow cleft in the canyon, a geological fissure in the sandstone. It's known as the Seek in Arabic, the shaft. Nearly 2 kilometers long and just a few meters wide in places. In Petra's heyday, this was a perfect natural gateway, easily defended. At its end, one of the most dramatic facades in the world is revealed. Al-Khazneh, or the Treasury, is Petra's most famous landmark. After millennia, it still retains a stately feel. It's an ornately carved stone edifice, and one of some 800 structures at Petra. The craftsmanship is exquisite. From the columns to the capitals, and from the sculptures to the pilasters. But by contrast, the interiors of many of Petra's buildings are unadorned and empty. Most were not residences. They were not built for the living. They were palatial tombs and funerary monuments for the city's wealthiest families. In Greek, the word Petra means rock. The name offers connotations of permanence. Indeed, it has survived earthquakes, abandonment, looting, and centuries of neglect. But it has nonetheless remained remarkably well preserved. Archaeologists have had difficulty establishing the date of the settlement's founding, but they have been able to decipher some of the mysteries of Petra. Its unique location allowed the Nabateans to control the lucrative incense trade from Arabia, as well as gold and silver from as far away as Africa and the Far East. The canyon and the surrounding hills offered unique protection, but the key to the location was the Nabateans' mastery of water. They captured flash floods in cisterns and built an elaborate water management system that harnessed the life-giving flow of distant springs. Petra became an artificial oasis in the middle of the hostile desert, an oasis that attracted traders in droves. The city was a center of power in the heart of the Arabian desert. By the beginning of the 2nd century AD, the Romans had occupied the area and absorbed Petra into their empire. The city adopted influences from its new rulers, adapting Roman architecture and urban planning. It flourished until a massive earthquake in 363 AD damaged the precious water system. Residents abandoned the city, and it fell silent for hundreds of years. It was rediscovered in 1812 by Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt. Petra became an inspiration to 19th century travelers and was eulogized in a sonnet as the rose-red city half as old as time. It's the city that defied time. Petra is with us still, a monument to the ingenuity of the ancients and one of the marvels of mankind.